Hey guys, how we doing today? Some people wanted me to give my opinions on the new patch changes and everything that's going to be happening, and it's everything about this is just incredible. The Every card has changed. I don't believe there's one card that on the text has stayed the same from the original closed beta thing. Everything's changed. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, and I'm just going to break it up into sections. I'll do like a video for the neutrals and one for each faction. I won't do Northern Realms until they officially release it, because I don't want to make anybody mad by putting anything on the internet that shouldn't be. And they said too that it isn't fully released, so until it's finalized I won't put a video out on it. But let's go over these things. The faction abilities or the passives have been removed, so no more monster keeping 70 strength units. Goyatel can't tell you when you're going first. All those are gone. The only thing is though is there's additional mulligans between rounds. So basically they got rid of all the passives and gave everybody Nilfgaards. Everybody gets to mulligan a card. So when you draw Roach in round 1, you can mulligan them back and then get them back in round 3. But no, this is awesome. It's just if Nilfgaard's cards, which I'll tell you right now, the first faction I'm going to start playing is going to be Nilfgaard Emir. I think it's going to be insane. I'll go over the cards and stuff, but that's just me. That's where I'm going with it. It's either going to be Nilfgaard or Northern Realms, one or the other. But let's go through all these. The leader cards are all earned through tutorial quests. I believe they're called challenges. They said that to get all the leaders, it takes about 5 hours of gameplay. So if you're pretty good, you can probably get it done in like 3. And you just progress and you unlock all the leaders. So they give you all the leaders for free. You don't have to waste dust to craft these leaders, which is awesome. I mean, everybody they really are making everybody start on an equal playing field. It's not like, oh, I got Radovid in my pack, I'm gonna crush everybody now. It's like, no, everybody got Radovid, dude. we all did the challenges. The mulligans we went over. Every card has a premium version. Premium Johnny. That's all I gotta say. It's coming. It's here. I can't wait to see it. I will play it in a deck. It's just this right here, the premiums of these cards is what sets Gwent apart from everybody else. Everybody else just puts a little shiny border around their card or some rainbow effects or something. These cards are alive. They're burning people's faces. They're shooting arrows into trees. They're crapping in the woods. They're just awesome. Everything about them is just incredible, and it kicks every other CCG in the teeth, and I love it. They added a whole bunch of new keywords. We'll go over there down here after we go through them. You can lock ambush cards. They retain their strength but lose their abilities. So Torreveal still flips over. I haven't seen any cards where it shows them buffing him in the hand yet, so I don't think the Dragoons are around anymore. But Torreveal flips over, but he doesn't, buff the guys next to him. He's locked. So that's a cool thing. I mean, everybody wanted it. We're going to see how it works out. And from what I understand too, every faction has a card with the ability to lock. Like certain cards were changed to where before they were spies, or they did different things, but now they lock. So everything's changed. Everything you knew about Gwent, ball it up, shoot it for 3. Hopefully you make it, but that's all gone. This is just everything about this game has changed. Um, you can toggle simplified detailed description in the setting. What this is it lets you see what the rewards are. I believe that's what it's referring to, so that you don't have to look on, well, what am I getting when I'm hit rank 15 or, level 20 or whatever. It has an in screen that lets you see, well, I'm like 20 points away from, level 20. I'm going to get, this keg or this, reward or whatever. So it's on screen, which is nice. You can mute your opponent's emotes. I don't mind emotes. It's when you go to it's like when you go into a game, if there was one that says, good luck, have fun. That's great, That's like sportsmanship. It's like shaking someone's hand and getting a game, You flip the coin, kick off, okay, let's do this, But 15 times of saying, don't like the look of this, don't like the look of this. It's like that gets old, and especially for people that, want to record their games and stuff, it just ruins the whole thing. So if you want to shut these people up, you can do that. They can be pressing that button all day and you don't hear nothing, which is great. Leaders spawn themselves on the board. All leaders are doomed and relentless. Keywords below. So now the leader cards, they're not like a spell or an action. They're an actual unit. They go on the board, they have strength. Once you use them, they're gone. They disappear. Doomed is the new fleeting, basically. Gold cards are always unaffected by abilities. So, just like before, you can't target them with, trysts and whatnot. New currency, meteorite powder to upgrade cards to premium. So this is how you make your premiums. You get this powder, and then you can craft a new premium version of the cards. You can still get them in the packs, from what I understand, but this is how you get your premiums. And you get these through rewards on your ladder climb and everything, so it'll all work out. They got new avatars. If you're not going to mute their emotes, they're going to have different ones. And I believe we get the Witcher 1 free as part of the beta testing, closed beta. Okay. Deploy. If a unit enters the board, do the following. So basically it's like battle cry. You use it and it does something. Orders. If a leader is activated, do the following. So like K here, if you have, K here on the board and you use your ability, I think that's how he's changed now, I'm pretty sure, but there's several cards where if you use your leader ability, it does this. Effort. If the ability is activating, do the following. So this one, if the ability is activating, do the following. I believe the card will pretty much tell you what it'll activate if it has the effort tag on it. Brave, if you're losing, do the following. I know the Witchers and Garrow have these. If you're losing, like, they gain 2 strength or 1 strength. Weakened base damage units. So this is what Sipper and Wiley does, I believe. You hit them, it weakens their base strength. Boost and increase a unit's strength by X. This one's basically green strength, green buffs. The ones that would bring up, to put the green strength on your guys. This is what boost is. Strengthen increases the base strength. So these are like the shoot, the guys in Skellige with the iron, the fire and iron guys, they boost up the Queen's Guard. Those guys, that's what they're going to be tagged with, if that's what they still do. Armor, resist X amount of damage, so it's basically, you know, armor. I mean, if you hit some, if they have 7 armor and they hit you with a Alzur's Thunder, it absorbs that damage. I wonder, when I read this though, and from what I understand, the faction that's mostly going to have this is Northern Realms. I wonder if there's going to be a card where you can convert your armor into strength. It'd probably be too OP the way things are being built, but who knows. Death Wish, if this unit dies, do the following. So, like Iris, when Iris dies, she gives everybody 3 strength. She'd be tagged with this. Resistant, this is the weather immunity tag now. And I believe that the way they have it set up, it's like it used to be, where certain things are immune to just frost and rain. So if you are able to move something that's resistant to frost down to the rain, it takes damage now. Not 100% sure on that. If I'm wrong, you know, go ahead and comment below, please. I do not want to be wrong on any of these things. Clash, if neither player is passed, do the following. This is what Tibor is. Like with Tibor, you play him, as long as your opponent doesn't pass, he gains 22 strength. I guess now he actually gains 15 strength. Like I said, everything's changed, man. Get ready for it. Doomed is banished, exile, or fleeting. And they haven't really gone over these words. These are apparently the Nilfgaard keywords, and they really haven't gone over these yet. Weather, I did call the weather change a couple videos ago in my Clash of Clans video. I thought it was a cool idea. I thought, you know, make it a damage over time. If it gets removed, I mean, you still did, you know, X amount of damage. If it sits there all day, you know, you might smack somebody for 20, 30 damage if they're stacking rows pretty bad. But Biting Frost takes one gradual damage, so at the start of your turn. Impenetrable Fog, highest unit damaged by 2. This one, and then Torrential Rain, lowest damage by 2. So the Fog row, the highest thing's going to get hit by 2 every turn. The Rain, the lowest unit's going to get hit by 2. So things can start dropping like flies in the siege row real quick. Marigold's Hailstorm, damage all units in a row by half their power, rounding down. So if that whole, you know, row adds up to 30, it's going down to 15. It's going to lower each thing by half, which is pretty crazy. It's almost like, well, I wouldn't say it's like D-bomb, but it's targeted though, so it's one row. It's not both sides like the old weather where you got to pick, you know, siege row or whatever. Ragnarok's back. It spawns all the weather. I'm loving this. I've always liked Ragnarok the way it was. At the start of your turn, damage the highest unit by 3. So I'm wondering if when it is applied, it has a different effect on the board. Because before it was like, you know, each row was filled up with weather. So looking at this, maybe they got like lightning coming from the sky or something. That's the way it should be. I mean, the dude's holding up the He-Man sword ready to smoke the universe there. But yeah, weather, it seems like it's gonna have its place, but it's still, from what I understand, still gonna get cleared by clear skies. So you can't sink too much into it. You could have sneak a card in here and there, but I don't know. We'll see. Goner O'Dim, the man from Challenger. Shout outs to Merchant on his new emote. That thing is hilarious. That guy was so creepy, man. But I guess that was his job, man. He's supposed to be creepy. But a lot of people don't really know what this card's going to entail. He's a 5 gold, and he deploys Gamble with the Man of Glass. Success, draw a card. Failure, your opponent draws a card. Tie, both players draw a card. Now, what this is going to entail, I have no idea. What I think is going to happen is you're going to flip over one of your cards and reveal strength, and Gaunter is going to have like his own special deck of cards, and he's going to flip over a card, and whatever he pulls, and whatever you pull, whoever wins. That's how I think it's going to go. It'd be kind of messed up if you pulled a card from your opponent's deck, because you'd be revealing technically, so I don't think it'll work that way, but that's what I think it's going to do. It's going to pull a card from your deck, flip it over, and if it beats Gaunter, you get a card. If you don't, your opponent gets a card. It's probably not going to be it's going to be a meme card. This is going to be the casual, oh my god, reaction card, but no one's going to be playing this at rank 21. Renew is pretty much the same. Resurrect a gold unit from the graveyard. I thought someone said that it was... No, that was a different card. Premium Garrow, he's 10, he's agile now, but he has the deploy Brave tag on it, who gains 2 strength. So if you're losing and you play Garrow, he gains an extra 2 and becomes a 12. I mean, he's a vanilla card. I mean, he's going to be in your basic deck when you start, probably. So, Blood Curdling Roar. I don't even think I've looked at this one. Destroy an ally, spawn a bear. I wonder what the bear is. So basically, this is like a... Oh, shoot. Where you transform them into a 0/1 taunt. You know what I'm talking about. We're not going to mention that game, because this game's taken over. But it seems like it's a morph type thing. You change, a 22 strength Varan into a bear. That's what I'm reading. It's pretty vague, but we'll see it in action pretty soon. Coin sign special. Choose a unit in your hand. Give all copies of it in your hand and deck a shield. And boost them by 3. Okay. So now it's not only giving you the shield, but it's bumping every copy of that in your deck by 3. You might be able to play it with Queensguard. Especially if you can boost all the Queensguard by 3. That's like a... Drig Mondu in hand. I don't know. That's what I would use it for. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Araka's Venom. I guess this is the new Manticore. New name for Manticore. Okay. Damage 3. It's the same. Okay. Overdose. Special. Damage 3 adjacent units by 2 and remove resistance from them. So it takes away their weather immunity. This one's probably not going to get played all that much. Swallow Potion, unit by 9. These really aren't played that much. They're going to be in your starter deck, basically. Royal Decree, play a gold card from your deck, shuffle the others back into your deck. So it's basically like Dijkstra is now, but as a just spell. I don't know about that one either. That one doesn't seem seem very good for a gold spot. Summoning Circle, now everybody's going bananas over this one. This is the meme card right here. Summoning Circle. Spawn a base copy of the last unit that your opponent played from their hand. So if they played Gaunter O'Dim, you can play Gaunter O'Dim on top of it. I wouldn't do that, but that's where these things are going. It's going to be good, but it's also going to have some just insane combos and things that are going to come out of it. To me, it's like the new Becker's Twisted Mirror. It's just when it happens, it's going to be epic. Alzer's Double Cross, strengthen the highest unit in your deck by 2 and then play it. It's still the same. It's a thin tactic. It doesn't say if it's... None of these really say if they're silver or not. Garrow Dignity 4 Agile unchanged. Oh, there we go. So Gerald's exactly the same. Finally a card that hasn't changed. Simprin Wiley, he can now destroy a ambush unit, which is just awesome. He got the Morin ability, which is cool. His premium is also just wicked. I love his laugh when he just it's great. King of Beggars is now 15 strength. If you are winning, weaken this unit enough to tie the round or to a minimum of 5 base power. I don't know about this one. This one seems a little bit weird. I guess, I mean, if you want to play a card, you kind of want to play a card that's going to take the round. You don't want to play something that ties. I don't know. This one I'm a little bit unsure of. Avalok is now neutral. He's 10 gold, loyal, agile. Deploy, draw 2 cards, including golds for both players. So now everybody gets 2 cards instead of an uneven 1 and 2. He'll still get played. He might. I don't know. He'll still get played. Definitely in the Mill Nilfgaard list for sure. Roach, agile, spawn priority change won't work with Vilgefortz anymore. So you can't cook him no more. Roach is probably pretty happy about that. He's been getting cooked for a while by Vilgefortz. Yennefer Conjurer, they showed the premium of this on stream and it looked incredible. She's the same. Regis Hire Vampire, 4 gold, agile. Now split into 2 separate cards. Yeah, they said it was going to be 2 different cards. Deploy, consume a random bronze unit from your opponent's deck. Yeah, this one's not good. I mean, if you are playing Skellige and you consume a Priestess of Freya round 1, this thing's 5 strength. Granted, you got rid of one of their priestesses, but a 5 strength gold that helped, you know. No. This one's no good. Vesemir, still not gold. 5 strength deploys, summoning Ezekiel and Lambert. That's the same. They do have the Brave tag now, though. He raises himself by 1. I wonder if Ezekiel and Lambert have the same thing. I would imagine they do. So that, because you're not always going to have Vesemir in hand. Stammerford's Tremors, special damage, 8 random enemies by 2. And it's going to get thrown in with the Axeman deck, probably, especially when you first start out, because these will probably be basic spells you'll get. Duridium Bomb, demote and reset 3 adjacent units. So whatever you target it on, is it demote and reset 3 adjacent units? So is it 6 or is it just 3? I don't know. It doesn't. I haven't seen any promote cards yet, so I don't know about this one either. The Northern Realm stuff, I'll put the link if you want to look at it. Go ahead. This stuff's still up on Reddit, so apparently it can't be that bad because CDPR didn't take it down. But that's it for the neutrals. We'll do Scoia'tael next, so I'll see you guys here shortly.